What is going on, guys? Today I'm excited to check out a product that I've wanted to check out for a while. Today we're checking out the Fiil T1. Now these are the little brother of the Fiil T1X, which you've probably seen reviews on all over YouTube. I'm hoping to get my hands on those soon for review, but for now we're taking a look at the Fiil T1. Now what is special about these? This is their budget entry, and we'll talk about the price point here in just a little bit. But before we do, if you don't know who I am, my name is JDubb, and I'm here to help you guys make a better tech buying decision. Now if that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any other videos. Now, with that out of the way, let's unbox these guys and see what we get. Alright guys, so here we have the Fiil T1 true wireless earbuds. So we got the packaging here, looks kind of cool. They got a cool trendy look here. We got some specs on the back, which we will break down in the full review portion of this video. But packaging wise, looks pretty nice, looks pretty slick. Inside here, let's slide this open and see what we get in the package. So right off the bat, we have our quick start guide. So basically that is going to show you kind of how to get these guys paired up and give you a tour of all of the earbuds controls, which is touch controls there. We got a promotional card here. We got our manual, all that good stuff as usual there. We got the earbuds right here, and you've got your case right there. As you guys can see, we've got the earbuds in the case. Looking pretty slick, looking pretty slick. Pull this guy out of here, and let's see what we get in the package. So we get a ton of different ear tips, which is really nice. We got large, mediums, and smalls. We got wing tips here up on the top. We got different sizes of the wing tips, and we have a micro USB charging cable. So that is everything that you get in the package. It's what you should expect when you open these guys up. But with all that there, let's talk about some specs. We'll go over the features and overall what I think about these earbuds. All right, so now that you've seen what comes in the package, let's talk about specs and overall features. Right off the bat, the Fiil T1s get 6 hours of total battery life on a single charge. 18 hours, the whole system gets 18 hours of total battery life. So you get one 6-hour charge built into the earbuds itself. You put it back in, you've got another 18 hours on the total ecosystem on a full charge. That is more than enough to get most people through just about their entire day. Most people aren't going to be listening to music 18 hours straight. If you are, well, then you're going to be limited to 18 hours of straight listening. So at the end of the day, it's a pretty good amount of battery life. The total battery life in this case, I feel like they could have made it a little bit heavier, added a little bit bigger battery to extend that overall battery life a little bit farther. But for the most part, the 6-hour per charge listening time on a single charge is pretty much in line with the industry standard. We're right there in the middle. We're seeing stuff as high as 9, 10 hours of battery life and as low as 3 and 4. So 6 hours of battery life on a single charge, very happy with that overall. Next, we've got Bluetooth 5.0 on deck, which has been great. The overall experience with the connection on these has been really solid. I haven't had any major hiccups. I've been using these on a regular basis for the last couple weeks, just kind of testing them, getting a good feel for it, and connection-wise has been pretty darn stable. And so we have Bluetooth 5 to thank for that. So overall, that's been great. The other thing that I've been pretty darn successful with and very happy with overall are the touch controls. The touch controls on them are very responsive. You get, play, pause, answer phone calls, all that kind of good stuff. The only thing that they are lacking is volume control on the earbuds themselves. So if you're wanting to adjust your volume, you have to do that from your device itself, which is a little bit kind of a bumpy ride at this point. In my opinion, just about every earbud from the $30 price point range and up should have the touch controls for volume controls, because realistically, other competitors in that same space are. So at this day and age, I would have liked to see that, but outside of that, the touch controls are responsive. They are very easy to use. The touchpad on the earbuds themselves is very easy to find and manipulate. So overall, touch controls are pretty darn solid. Another feature that I love, and I love this on every earbud that does it because there are still some holdouts out there for some weird reason, but taking them out of the case turns them on, putting them back in the case turns them off and disconnects from your phone. So having that automatic pairing scenario is really good. Again, at a $30 price point, very happy with that as well. The other great thing is that if you are an active person, these are definitely good for people who like to run, go to the gym, do active sports, things like that. The little ear nub on the top there, the little wing tip that kind of holds them into your ear, does a very good job. It keeps them in place. I actually went on a few runs with them. I'm not much of a runner, and it's very rare that I actually do that, but I have been trying to get in better shape, and so I was actually able to test that, and they stayed in perfectly without any issue whatsoever. You also get an IP65 sweatproof rating. 65 is a pretty high rating for water and dust resistance, so the fact that they even tested it for dust resistancy is pretty good. So an IP65 on that water resistant rating, so it's not waterproof, I wouldn't submerge it, but definitely splash proof, rain proof, sweat proof, you're good to go. So overall, again there, another win. Now with all the features out of the way, let's talk about the main thing that I want to talk about, which is the audio quality. All right guys, so here we have the microphone test for the Fiil T1 True Wireless Earbuds. Again, as usual, this is just kind of give you a conversational idea of what these sound like. So hopefully you can get an idea if these will work for you for your phone calls, conference calls, and things like that. So you be the judge. Now that is where the Fiil T1s really do a great job. Again, at a $30 price point, I was honestly surprised with how good sound quality I was able to get out of these. Now I use a service called Tidal, which is a high-end, lossless quality streaming service. If you want to check it out, I have a link down in the description below to a playlist that I use to test all of my earbuds. If you want to check that out, you can check that out through there. But I was really surprised. Taking a $30 pair of earbuds out of the case is always kind of a tentative thing for me. I've seen a lot of bad stuff and I've seen a lot of great stuff, and these guys kind of lean towards that great side of things. Overall sound signature is pretty flat in my experience. Now what that means is I get good bass, not fantastic, not mind-blowingly deep throbbing bass, so if you're a bass head, these may not be for you. I get great bass in my opinion, solid mids, and really nice high-pitched highs. So you get a flat, instead of having kind of an oblong shaped looking curve, it's a nice kind of flat curve. It does really well across the board. What's great about that is that means that they're really good for just about every genre. Now I test country, I test classical, electronic, different type of electronics, style musics, hip hop, Christian music. I do Christian worship music, Christian rap. I do all sorts of stuff. I cover a huge space of music, and there wasn't any specific ones that I had a problem with. I felt like they were all very well represented. And again, at a $30 price point, this is a pretty sweet deal as far as the sound quality goes. The other great thing is that the rubber ear tips on these guys are just a standard gel rubber ear tip, which I love. Those are some of my absolute favorites, except for foam. Foam tips are the pinnacle for me. But as far as being a proprietary ear tip, they're not. They're a very generic rubber ear tip. But getting the right size, getting that seal on my ear was perfectly easy to get. I got it with the large ear tip. I got big old ears, and that worked great. And once I did that, the sound was absolutely fantastic. So again, at a $29 pair of earbuds at the time of making this video on Amazon, it's a pretty sweet package overall. And as usual, guys, all the links to these will be in the description below. These are available, I believe, in the US and in Canada, and I also found them on AliExpress, so you can get them pretty much in every other country in the world through that platform. Keep in mind, shipping times with AliExpress can vary wildly, so they can be very quick, or they can take a really long time. So I put all the links to those down in the description below. Keep in mind that all of those links down there are affiliate links. If you do make a purchase using those, I do make a small commission. But as usual, like I always say, at the end of the day, I just wanted to show you something cool at a great price point. It's not about making money, it's about showing you guys something awesome. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to know more about them, you want to ask me any questions, you want to anything, hit me up down in the comment section below. I love chatting with you guys down there. But other than that, as usual, that is it for me, and I will see you guys in the next video.